the amount of secrets you have when you're a scapegoat is astronomical. Like, you are keeping secrets for like every single person around you. They like I was keeping secrets from like every single person in my family, like my friends. There like people in my family didn't know about things that I was keeping for other people in my family. Like, there's like secrets on top of layers on layers and layers and layers of secrets. And you feel like you have to do that to like protect everyone else around you, and that you're supposed to be the one to carry this around with you all the time. And
Yeah.
so like I very much identified with him telling Chiron about the dream with Luke, to be like, he wants us to go into the labyrinth. He's trying to bring like make like a body for Kronos or something. Like, Chiron figures that out, but
Mhm.
like he at least can tell Chiron about that so that they can have some sort of idea of what to expect if he does show up at camp before they come back. But it's like he tells Chiron about the stuff with Luke because he can't tell anyone else. He can't tell Annabeth. He can't tell, there's no way that he can tell anyone around her anything to do with Luke. And so he tells Chiron alone where nobody else can hear them. And so nobody else knows. I'm pretty sure in that conversation, he never tells Chiron that he knows that there's a mole. He like That's what I mean by like layers on layers on layers of secrets, is that like even the people that you tell things to, there are things that you don't tell them about. And so like even though he told Chiron about this dream that he had about Luke going into the wanting them to go into the labyrinth, the most important part is that Luke knows everything that's happening at camp, and so somebody is telling him what's going on and he doesn't tell him about that, and
Yeah.
just like keeps that to himself because he's like he feels like he needs to like handle that himself somehow. And and can't tell anybody about the like absolutely terrifying dream with Nico. And just is like, okay, I guess we're just gonna like go into the labyrinth now. I got 2 hours of sleep last night.
Well, he unloads one more secret, and it's that Juniper had told him the other person that
Yeah.
she saw near the rocks was Quintus, and so he's like, Quintus is a little sketchy, by the way.
Yeah.
Uh, and so he does unload that secret as well, but that's still way too many secrets.
Yeah. It's just, and that's just like honestly how it is that you are like holding all of these things that are completely overwhelming. And it's like, this is like the night before they're going on this very dangerous quest. And he got like no sleep whatsoever and just had PTSD nightmares, and then had like basically like a PTSD flashback moment for the entire night when he was like sitting there. And now he's just like going in there and he's expected to somehow know what to do. And if he doesn't figure out what to do, all of these kids at this camp that he cares about are all going to be murdered. And so it's like, well, I have no choice but to do this. But it's just like that's the kind of like overwhelming like choices that we end up having to do. And it's just like the amount of things. Like, I guess the thing with like scapegoat stuff is that a lot of what we do is like negotiating other people's feelings. And so like he's like, well, I can't tell Annabeth about this dream about Luke, so I'm gonna go tell Chiron where nobody else is around. And when she comes to ask us what we're talking about, just like don't mention it. Because if I tell her about this dream about Luke, even though people should know about it besides me and Chiron, she's gonna get upset, and so I'm not gonna tell her so she doesn't get upset. And I'm not gonna tell Chiron about Nico because he might get upset about us not telling us, and the gods are gonna get upset, and people might think that I'm not trustworthy and I'm supposed to do this prophecy. And like also, by the way, just a reminder, Thalia left him to deal with all of this.
Yeah.
Like this entire all of these chapters, I was just like, Thalia is gone. Thalia is off somewhere being a hunter that is immortal and can't die. And he is in the middle of all of this mess where he's like, I can't tell most of these people about what Luke's doing because Annabeth will get upset at me. I can't tell like the people who I want to tell about Nico because I feel like they might get upset with me. I have to just like know that Luke is going to use this person, Daedalus, to bring back like Kronos and murder everybody. And I have to somehow keep all these secrets from everybody to keep everyone else happy while I can't sleep because I'm having so many nightmares about what everyone else is going through that I can't tell anybody about. And I'm just supposed to somehow know the answer to everything because I'm the prophecy child, and if I don't figure it out, everyone is going to die on my 16th birthday. And
Yeah.
like nobody is again asking him like are you okay? Like, are you all right? Like, what's going on? Like, Chiron is once again like the person that is like generally asking him if he's okay. But it's like Grover is all worried about going underground. Annabeth is worried about doing her quest. Both of those things matter, but like the amount of things that he's like carrying already, and like nothing that actually happens in this book has actually happened yet. And I know some of the things that happen, and it's so much already that it's just like overwhelming the amount of things that like the things that we walk around with just like knowing inside our heads, and that we don't just like fall over from like the weight of it all, and like how much work we do trying to make everybody else feel okay while we're like falling apart at the seams and like can't eat and can't sleep and can't do anything and are just like constantly thinking about all these things that we can't control but we are trying to do it anyway. It's just that's very accurate. He's not really he's not expecting somebody else to help him. Like he's just like telling people things. He's like telling Chiron like Quintus is weird, and Chiron's like, yeah, I figured he was weird, so I'm just like watching him. I felt it would be better to watch him here than to like know that he was outside waiting for us. But
Yeah.
he's like reporting news, but he's not doing it in a way to be like, I need help, because it doesn't like occur to him that anyone would actually give him any,
Yeah.
and so he doesn't ever ask for help. And so he just is dealing with all of this stuff